It became easy for me to walk away when I realized that I was never shown the thing that I'm seeking. I don't have a clear example of it. There's no rule book to get the type of love that I'm seeking, which leads me to believe that I have to pioneer that kind of love, that kind of unconditional love that my bloodline has not yet seen, not within the family unit and within the expansion. We have not seen that. I would argue with anybody I'm related to and let them know we have not seen a beautiful example of unconditional love. I'd say the closest that we got was my grandmother, who is 96, and my grandfather. But even then, I never saw them interact in a loving way other than the memory of never hearing them argue. Not one time have I heard them argue or disagree. And her giving him haircuts every maybe 3 weeks. It was the most beautiful thing. He said, "Baby, it's time for a haircut." He would go sit in the kitchen. She would wrap him up. She would cut his hair. And that's beautiful. Our generation is very different from a 96-year-old relationship, right? They were 90 when I was growing up. She's 96 currently. They were in their 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. He passed away. So, but we take that one scenario out, and I'm talking about my day to day life, how I go into the world, what I hear men discuss, what I see on social media. I haven't been given a clear pathway to understand how to achieve that kind of love. A lot of us haven't. And it exists somewhere. I am just not unified with those groups of people. I am not connected to them. I don't have direct correlation with them, if that makes sense, right? So, as a child who grows up without a model of a healthy love, of course I'm going to pick broken connections. Of course I'm going to pick absent men. But that's my fault. That's no one else's fault. I don't blame my upbringing. I don't blame my parents. I don't blame my mother or my father. Um, I blame how I spent my time the last few years, what I was doing. If your mother did it alone and her mother did it alone, and you were handed a blueprint with missing pages and you expect to build something magnificent, you're going to mess up in the process. That's just how it works. And that's okay. You did not fail at love. And this is me talking to myself as well. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. We did not fail at love. Just because that situation didn't work and that situation didn't work and that situation doesn't work, it doesn't mean we're totally innocent. It just means we are not failures because we keep trying. We are aware and we know what we deserve. You attempted love with incomplete information, with an environment really where you weren't designed to win, and that's okay. The fact that you recognize it now is not small, it's important and it's meaningful. And I just wanted to make this video and let you guys know, feeling like a failure because of who you chose, it's kind of like blaming yourself for not speaking a language that nobody taught you. We don't speak the language of love. We are learning the language of love. But what I always keep in mind and why I'm able to move on so quickly, even though I do cry, and even though it does hurt, and even though I do miss my person, well, who I wanted to be my person, let's be real. I miss him so much. But my child, my children will not have to experience missing pages. They won't, because of the decisions that I'm making today. This is the whole point of why I'm doing what I'm doing. They won't have to experience having to go figure out what does love actually look like. And that's a win. That's a shift. That's a shift. And I'm willing to hurt for a few months or a few weeks or maybe even a year and miss my person who I wanted to be my person so that my kids don't have to starve in that way. And mind you, this is not a shot at my mother. She did everything right. She did all she could with the pages she had. But this time, for this next generation that is to come about, I will make sure that my babies have a mommy who took her time with selection. And there's still a chance that I could choose the wrong person in that. But if I do the research and if I do the inner work, at some point that explanation has to stop. Like the explanation of why I chose this person, and you know, it has to stop somewhere. And I'm hoping that it stops with me. So that's just what I was thinking about right now. That's it, really. You know, we are not behind at all. You're the first person in your life who has decided to stop the pattern. You're the first person who is not just having a kid and going to struggle and how do we feed the baby and I need diapers and arguing with my baby father. This to me, being aware of all these things, it lets me know that I'm not a failure. It's the hardest thing a person can do is walk away from somebody that they really want to be with, but they walk away anyways because they know this probably won't be beneficial for my child, for my future, for our future together as a unit. That's not easy. And like I said 3 times, I really miss you. I really miss you. But I know there's somebody in this world who cares enough about their future and about their future children and me. Not just their children, me as well, because I matter. And they're going to make it so that I don't have to miss them. So that even when we have bad days or, arguments, I'm allowed to have those bad days and I'm allowed to have those arguments because I'm human. But unconditional love looks like not giving up on somebody because it got hard. It looks like working through it, plain and simple, and in a kind and healthy way, in a way that doesn't leave a person in tears and heartbroken. And, tears are going to flow regardless. But there's a difference between the tears of crying because you chose the wrong person and you had a baby with the wrong person, and the tears of we're just working through something. I'll choose those tears over the other ones any day. And I want to be clear to my viewers, like that's not me shaming you if you did choose the wrong person, because you're not a failure either. Just because you chose to have kids with somebody and you realize this was the wrong choice, I just want to tell you that if you still chose to walk away at any point, even if you had the baby for 5 years, your baby's 5 years old or 6 years old or 10 years old, 12, 14, at some point, if you realize this is not serving me and this is not how I want to live anymore, and you chose to walk away, you are not a failure. You are brave. And what's on the other side of that is growth, improvement, and something that is perfect for you. So that's my little late night vent session. And I hope this helps someone. I'm going to go have some ground beef and sweet potato as I wither in my sorrows. I'm kidding. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm really okay. And I'm happy that I have you guys to talk to. So I love you. Good night.